What is going on, everybody? It's Juggalo Gaming. I'm Jonathan80315, and welcome back to GemCraft Frostborn Wrath, episode 51. Last episode, at the very beginning, I was talking about how I made a duplicate of my save file and went ahead and finished up the achievements to see if I could do it at my current wizard levels / the fields I had and all that. And I also asked a question, since it is a duplicate and I now have the codes, if I could go ahead and put them in. I haven't put them in yet. Obviously, I gotta wait for episode 50 to actually come out on YouTube, which won't be this Monday that coming up for me. So it won't be the 2nd of May, right? Yeah, 2nd of May. It won't be the 2nd of May, it'll be the week after that. So it'll be the 9th of May is when episode 50 comes out. And I'm recording this on the 30th of April. I got a while before that, but I'm only going to record the 9th through the 13th recorded videos right now. And after that, I'm going to wait until pretty much that Friday to get everybody's opinions about the code. And if so, then the next video after that will have the codes on or off or implemented. Now, that all depends on also, it kind of changes my strategy, which I mentioned. Normally, if you go ahead and say, oh yeah, same save file, you know, you have the codes, might as well input them, then I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm just going to kind of continue on with my journey. If not, we are, after finishing the D fields and getting our talismans that are within this area that we plan on getting, then we're going to go and hit up some high endurance runs on H2, probably do J2 as well, since that has a shrine. J4, N3, R4, you know, some of the shrine maps, we'll be hitting them up to increase our experience, to make it easier to get the purest achievement. So, with that out of the way, we are continuing on, going through the D map tiles. Now, I did mention that D1 does have the ritual battle trait, which I wouldn't mind getting. Yes. Seeker Sense is going to be very helpful, though, too. So I would like to get that as soon as possible, but yeah, we'll wait on D1. We'll go to D2, which will unlock map tiles D3 and D4. D3 has a lightning mark 89 rarity, and then D4 in its stash has map tile D5, and D5 has the build token, or Seeker Sense. So we're going to do D2, and then we're going to do D4. That is the plan for today. Well, for this recording session. Okay. So, like I said, D2 has a pretty nice talisman fragment in there. But we're kind of going to ignore that for right now. I gotta find somewhere I can... I think right here should be good. I want to be far enough away from there where my main gem ain't going to be hitting that. Also, I probably should have looked at my skills. I think we'll be good. That there. Put that one up there. Now, the only reason I'm doing this instead of upgrading that to 7 and putting 2s around there is because also I want to have room for some traps to inflict a little bit of bleed damage wherever I can. As well. Because I was thinking about mixing these. I don't think that's necessary. This thing's going to annihilate most of it anyway, so should be good. I don't think I haven't any shots in it yet. Also, I think my grandma was coming home from Tennessee today. I canceled my stream because I thought it would be pretty early that she'd come. But she hasn't came back yet. So I decided to do a recording. But now I think I'm hearing a vehicle out there. Which sucks because I'm in the middle of recording and I know she's going to want my help getting her luggage out of her friend's car. Trying to look up my window. Kind of hard to do from where I'm sitting. Well, good news is I don't see no vehicles out there. Thought I heard something. This thing says a beam, so if they get in range of that... Let's go ahead here and... do 2 grade 4s constantly shooting at these two. I want to make sure they're constantly at least getting somewhat of a charge. Preferably would love that these to be a grade 6 and get this up 1 more for the end of this. Here's the one, but honestly, with them doing 17,000, I think that's maybe enough for even grade 70 or weight 75. It might take a couple hits because I think once I get into there'll be, you know, a couple 100,000. But a couple hits is nothing. Although they are taking a little bit more damage if they get the bleed effect. Upgrade them to grade 5 so they charge up a little bit faster. Oh, we're using some of our beam, finally. We're getting close to a level up for our grade 7 here. As you can see, it got 680 hits. The damage increases at 699 hits. If you're wondering where I'm looking at, it's the right below the mana pool damage multiplier and the hit count damage multiplier. You can see my hits, my kills, and the damage increase at so many hits. So right now it's 446, 882. Not quite there yet. It went from 446, 882, I believe is what I said, to 460 to 908. As you can see, that it's the Bloodbound in action. And we're also going to upgrade this anyways, which is going to increase it even further, going up an extra grade. In my opinion, increasing the mana pool, you know, letting it level up to at least level 9, level 10 for in this area, if not 11, 12, if you have mana and able to do a good mana farm as well, to be able to get your mana pool high enough for it to give a decent bonus. But the hit count bonus is definitely one of the better things to focus on. That's why it's better to have that one gem that's constantly hitting monsters. Now, obviously, I got these pylons here for killing as well. It doesn't take away the fact that this is doing a lot of the killing too. Yeah, giant at wave 64 is 37,000, and these are doing 31,000. So these are almost one-shot giants at 64. So yeah, we are definitely good. I doubt anything could actually beat us at this moment. And these aren't even as strong as they can be, because it's the shots that are fired into them that change the damage. So it's only had regular shots from this grade 8, but if I would put a bolt on there and click on this, so the bolt shots would hit it, you can see the damage just skyrocket up. Now that's doing 76,000 points of damage, which is going to make it charge slower because it needs to charge up that, damage. So as you can see there, the charge time compared to this one's charge time, this one's jumping up like 10%, and this one's barely going up, and that's because it ain't a strong enough gem to keep it charged now. But with this being grade 8, now you can see we're charging it back up faster. This little thing about pylon. Actually, kind of hoping to hit some of them. I'm glad that had shield on it, because my bolts are hitting it. Alright. So we got D3 and D4 unlocked, like I said. And if you want to, go ahead and read that. I'm kind of horrible at reading. Alright. That's enough time. You have to pause. And like I said, we got to do D4 next. D2 does have a good talisman, and we should probably go ahead and start grabbing these up. But I want to get Seeker Sense first, because Seeker Sense is going to allow us to increase our shadow cores by a crap load. Basically, it's the last skill we don't have, and this increases the amount of shadow cores that are dropped. So you're going to see us start farming for shadow cores as well here soon. Now, D4. I remember this one. This one can be a pain. But we do have crit, we do have bleed, and we have poison. I'm going to put this up so we're getting a little bit more per monster kill. We're going to put this up as well to 15. I thought we're going to be using traps. I'm just going to keep that at 5 though, because 5 skill points ain't really much for me anymore. So I think that's going to do it for skills. Now obviously that last map we played, you can see where our skills were, and yeah, we weren't fighting at our true capacity. Alright, basically enforcing even the ones from this monster nest to come here all of them to group around this way and then come in. That's my preferred setup for this map. I'm going to go ahead here and set this up as well. Now we do have a little bit less mana than normal, but we should be able to definitely still do a grade 5 surrounded by 2s with relatively ease. Yes, awesome. In fact, we can go to grade 6. Alright, and we definitely want a pylon here. Now, we got plenty of room to maze this to keep them within the range of this. I think that would be good. My bad. Guess I do gotta do it that way. The only reason I'm doing that is because I do want a grade 5 bleed to hit them. And might as well just put a poison there for hits and giggles. So now they all have to go into this little nook here. And I could loop them around a bunch and stuff. This is obviously going to hit them before they even get the bleed effect. The bleed effect is more for if they get past this, they take the extra damage and this can finish them off. We're about 17 minutes into the video and we are going our last map. I believe next video we will have to do this map again, obviously. No, we won't do this map again. Alright, no, we will. This is D4. We'll have to get the wizard stash on this map, which is down here if I remember correctly. It can be kind of a pain to get. But of course, we'll have all of our gem types available. And we have bleed, we have crit. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. I think the biggest thing is I think they might have a lot of shield. So we'll just need to constantly be pounding it to get it down. I want to force them into the range of the beam. Haha. Now, obviously, these are already hitting at 25,000. You know, from last map, pretty much can kill anything up to, into the 60s with pretty much ease. And that's because we also increased our kills for our crit. So these things are actually hitting a higher crit percentage, which is going to increase their base damage by quite a bit. And as you can see now, they're pretty strong. Well, this one definitely is. This one got, I don't think this one got hit by the main gem yet. Either way, we got more than enough firepower. out and hit 50,000. 53,000. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Charge is a little slow, but it's not too bad. Obviously, we can get them up by upgrading these a little bit higher. It's just how I usually like to play. Pylons are huge help. They do massive damage that ignores armor as well. You're not gonna. So you can see how fast that's actually going down. But if I were to put a bleed on there, and you can see the health dropping even faster. And of course I gotta rebuild walls because, you know, when they die, they just demolish everything they land on. Well, they demolish walls they land on. Yep. Either way, we won this with relatively ease. Not too much to fuss about. Okay. Our talismans are now full again. Basically, any weak ones we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of. Which would be the light green and mainly just light green at least, and any non-symbols. We're gonna keep these for right now. I know my talismans are all over the place. I'm just gonna set this one down here right now. Yeah. You can see kind of like how I usually like doing it. I like lining these up like this is the top row, which will more than likely be these ones. Probably not. It depends on which ones we get for the top. And then what I'm using right now for this one. What I'm using right now for this one here. Which I have an open spot apparently. Have any more of them? No, I do not. This is actually a really nice one too. We actually have a couple of these for top. So we might end up going top with them. We'll see. That's 25 minutes, and I think within 5 minutes I could probably get the wizard stash open. Hopefully. Let's take a quick look. We might extend this video. It depends on how much shield this has. It does not have shield, it just has a bunch of armor and a bunch of hit points. We can deal with that. Okay, in endurance, let's go. So we are going to do D4. We just need decent amount of crit. I'm not going to really deal with the bleed. Pylons are going to be useful. Traps aren't going to be useful. Alright, I think that will have to do for what we're trying. D4, endurance, let's go. Basically, I want to have a huge crit gem to deal damage to that. I also want to have an armor tearing gem to start weakening its armor. Of course, I gotta force them all to come by that, too. We need the walls as well. We're just gonna start with 4, surrounded by 2s, for our main crit gem. The faster that gets up, the better. I think a grade 5 will be good there. Maybe we can upgrade this a little bit more. And we're gonna need a pylon out here. For it to hit. Of course, it's not going to hit the pylon because I gotta remember, I gotta constantly be hitting that. That one won't do as much damage, but it'll do enough. Yeah, we got this before. It's hit 30-minute mark already. That's kind of a shame, but we got this. It's gonna be a little bit longer. Don't worry, if it gets closer to the end of our endurance and we still don't have this open, we could always send waves and There it is. Build token. Okay. Now, obviously, we're not winning this. By far. And we got what we wanted, so it's time to end the endurance. Let's go. 11,000 extra XP, which, whatever, on that note, we got our build we wanted, D5. D5 is where Seeker Sense is, and the build we will be doing next time. So I appreciate everybody for watching, and I hope everybody's enjoying the walkthrough, and also don't forget that there is my Steam guide. In the first 10 videos, there's a link to it. It'll take you right to my Steam guide. So use that. It has a lot of good information. Also, from my comments section of my YouTube. Let me go to my YouTube real quick. Here. If I look at my analysis real quick, I am definitely doing much better than what I previously have done. This is thanks to everybody's support on this video series, especially my last one, which has already had 8 views. Episode 1 is up to 12 views now. That is insane. As you can see, my watch time is much higher than normal. My views is 116 more views than usual. Plus 3 subscribers within the 28 days. We're doing really well. And I do like to thank Ramos here, if I pronounce your name incorrectly, I'm sorry, who answered a question from an earlier video, saying that he got the exact same fragment out of a stash that I got, and even took a picture of it. And it's exactly the exact same stats, even the exact same. It was a corner fragment, if I remember correctly, just like mine. It was the exact same, rotation and everything. So that was interesting to know. So thank you again for that. I believe I did mention that in an earlier episode. But thank you to everybody who is enjoying the series and watching it. Again, I am honestly, with my YouTube growing at this rate, I am very pleased. Yes, I would hope it would grow even faster than this, but it is growing. Thanks to this game series, and it actually surprised me that this many people are still interested in GemCraft. And I did a lot of hard work creating that guide before I even started this. And I know Let's Try GG, he was definitely a big help as well in motivating me, because he started his achievement guide and everything, and there was a couple things that he did. I was like, you should probably do it this way. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna finish up my achievement guide, and I immediately got it on there. I was like, hey, I finished it. Here's a link to it. Use it. And he still hasn't really used it, but I'm glad that it did motivate me to finish my guide on time and to start the series when I wanted to start it, because originally I was thinking about pushing back the series, to be honest. Thank you everybody for all this growth that my channel has had. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Catch you later.